I want to teach you one other breath support exercise that I think is so helpful. Okay, this is a variation on the lip trill, which is, if you can't do that, don't worry, we'll break that down in another video. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to adapt that, and we're going to stick our tongue out, subbing the tongue for the bottom lip. So it's the same idea of, but we're going to go, okay? Now we're going to hold our ribs, and let's do a pattern. Let's do an arpeggio, okay? So we're going to go. Now there's a tendency as we come down to want to drop the support. So this is where this is going to have to think out, 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 out. Because otherwise what's going to happen, there's going to be too much breath pressure coming up under the chords as we come to the lower notes, okay? Let's take that up a little bit. And so you'll hear that the lower notes actually require more support, okay, in order to keep them regulated with the rest of the vocal line. Now, let's quickly talk about the relationship of high notes to support, because this gets very interesting. So ideally, we want the same function, right? We want ribs out, obliques moving out as we go to the top. But we have to be very careful that we don't engage the wrong musculature, because if we start to harden this muscle right here, the rectus abdominis, this can create havoc on our top notes, okay? So it's a bit of trial and error, and we want to remain flexible here and yet moving out. Now, when we're in the lower middle part of our voice, you're gonna feel kind of an intense pressure built up here, okay? And that is correct. But when we get higher, that pressure, we need to feel that pressure reduce. So overstacking, meaning going, ooh, and kind of feeling that kind of crunch, we want to take that out of the high voice, okay? So let's just try this, and I'm gonna show you an example of a wrong one, all right? So you can all kind of hear it. So we're gonna go. That was way overloaded, okay? Now you can tell that I probably can't take that much higher, or that's gonna be unsuccessful. So now let's try that and reduce the pressure system. And again, this is a mind trick. We have to think, okay, smaller airflow, these muscles move out while we remain flexible here. Okay, let's try that. So tell me how that works for you. I'd love to hear in the comments.